How tired are you girls after 2 games, 4 days playing, 30 plus minutes for a lot of you, and getting a lot of run that you typically weren't used to here at Liberty with such a deep team?
Well, we tired, but we prepare for this all season. We go out and practice with each other. We condition hard, we work hard. So it's like we're tired, but we prepared. So yeah, we ready for our rest though. We ready for the off day.
Yeah, looking at the stat sheet over these last 2 games, and you're not putting up a lot of points, but you have 13 assists. I think you have just as many rebounds. What is it about you with you not needing to score the ball in order to be effective in terms of really running this half court offense and getting in the right position for rebounds?
I feel like everybody on this team is special, and I feel like anybody in the starting lineup can go for 20 any night. So, honestly, if I'm not scoring, I could be working on the defensive end. If I'm not working on the defensive end, I could be feeding my teammates. It's like we have such a good team. I don't need to score every point. I don't need to have every single three on the records. Like I don't have to do that. So I'm just trying to do anything to help my team win at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, a W is a W, and whether I gotta go out there and get 20 rebounds or 20 assists, as long as we get that W, that's all that matters to me.
Whole different mindset for you going from where you were in community college to being a high volume scorer to now, right?
Um, yeah, I guess you could say that, but I can always score the ball. I'm not shy away from the ball. I can score, but when you got everybody else, when you got 4 other players on the court that can score, there's no need to be selfish. Share the ball, and whoever's hot, whoever has the hot hand, keep giving it to them, and let them play it out.
Was that kind of like the case tonight with Nena?
Yeah, for sure. And then they had the high hand. Why not keep giving it to her? Why not?
In these 2 games where you guys have had the shortened rotation with 3 starters out, your assists are up. I think you guys are assisting on like 70% of your made field goals. You shot better than 50% in both games. And what's been a key during this stretch to be able to, find that, with that extra pass, find an open player and be able to convert at such a high rate?
Just trusting each other, really. We work on it in practice, and when you work hard on it in practice, you could transition it to a game. And we trust each other, and we know where each other's going to be at in the corners, whether it's on the corner, the wing. So we always trust each other. So I think that's what really impacts us.
What was first half? You guys shared the ball really well. I think the first 6 baskets you had 5 assists and you made one. And you guys, I think first half 12 assists on. I mean, look at 15 made baskets, 19 assists on 27. What was key in being able to share the ball tonight and being able to stretch that lead up to 20 against KSU?
Really, just knowing what each other's gonna be at, and just trusting each other. Like I said, like we go out there, we have the mindset that we want to win, so we do anything in our might that we could do to win, and that's pretty much it.
Coach Green gave you the nickname Captain Grit. Do you like that?
Yeah, it's a cool nickname. I'm just trying to do whatever I could do to get this dub and help my team and take us to the promised land.
Yeah, I heard you talking pregame to Kelly earlier in non-conference play about how growing up with some brothers, you would be playing ball with them, stuff like that. And is that where that mentality comes from? That gritty, hard-nosed play comes from
Yeah.
being around a bunch of brothers growing up, and also maybe some adversity in school?
Yeah. Definitely having brothers. You can you being the only girl. I always got bullied. I always had to prove myself and stand my ground. So it was like all day, every day. It's some type of fighting, some type of rough houses. So it definitely came from having brothers. But definitely when I was a kid, I definitely faced adversity. And just being younger, I started basketball pretty late. So when I joined, a lot of people were more advanced than me. So how kids can be sometimes. You get bullied sometimes, and instead of letting me quit like I wanted to do so bad, my dad wouldn't let me, and he made me push it through and just see it through. And I'm grateful, I'm blessed that he made me do that, because I wouldn't be where I was if he didn't do that. So definitely having brothers and just facing adversity when I was younger, and just it's all a blessing in disguise.
When did you start playing basketball?
I started around 5th grade. So yeah,
Yes.
pretty much a lot of kids that I had played with, they were starting in kindergarten and stuff like that. I learned how to shoot my first left-hand layup in like 7th grade. So I definitely would start it. I was a late bloomer, but I stuck it out, and I'm blessed to be where I am right now.
So we see this grit out here at Liberty. Was that how you played? How you made your mark growing up was just be grittier and play hard nose and be that type of player who wasn't afraid to maybe get a bloody nose, dive on the floor for loose balls?
Definitely. When I was growing up, I just always wanted to do what I had to do to win, and going from JUCO where I was a top scorer to here, it was like even in JUCO I was always doing what I had to do to win. Whether it was going in there getting 20 rebounds, putting it back up, falling on the floor, taking charges, I always wanted to just win. So if I got to get a bloody nose or black eye and blood clots in my eye, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it for my team. Anything for them.
What's been different about this team this year, getting off to a 14-1 start versus, say, your first year here, where you had the pieces in place, but just things just weren't clicking?
I think chemistry and just trusting each other. We definitely had a sour taste in our mouth from what happened last year, and just things that played out. We had a sour taste in our mouth, and I think when we came together this summer, we had a lot of people preying on our downfall and a lot of people talking down on us from the outside. And I guess you could say they added fuel to our fire. And I just think we all were on the same page from the get-go. Like, we all wanted the same thing. We all knew what our mission is and still was and still is. So I think that really was different. And trusting each other, the chemistry, this on and off the court, like we're best friends off the court, best friends on the court. It's like we all know our roles and we accept them and we play them out to the fullest. And it's just it's a beautiful way that God formed this team and just brought us all together. It's honestly a blessing.